What's going on, guys? Oh, we've been a while since we posted a video. Been about a month probably. Just been crazy busy. Haven't had much time to focus on doing much of anything other than work, pretty much. So yeah, we'll give you a little update. We got a lot going on. Got the dogs out here this morning. A lot of things going on. One of them is made another purchase. That there is a 1988, same year I was born, John Deere 644D. Weighs approximately 30,000 pounds, 3-yard bucket. The guy that owned this, actually, in our previous videos, you saw me paying a 544H. This was his backup machine. So I needed a machine for loading gravel. And a lot of times, like you can see, there's a little bit of item 4 there and some fine crusher run. A lot of times I stockpile material to go on driveways, and we need it to load stuff. So that's what I bought it for. I bought it to load gravel, maybe move some snow with it during the winter. We'll see. Might have some accounts coming up that might need it. Oh, it does need some work. Tires are pretty dry rotted, sat around quite a bit. Of course, they probably don't look as bad in the videos they do in person, but they're pretty dry rotted. It's got a few leaks here and there. This, like I said, this machine wasn't a sand pit, so some different operators have run it, so-called operators. One of them never shut the door, cut the machine off, pinched the door, busted the glass out of it. So we're gonna put some new glass in it. I'm thinking we're just gonna do the top window with glass, and this window down here, there's really no need to have that window there, so I think we'll just plate it off and put new seat in it. Probably put an air ride seat in it. For the year though, it's not all rusted out. It's only a couple spots of rust that need to be fixed, but kind of like everything else I have, by fall this thing will look probably brand new again. They're $1,000 a piece roughly for tires. We have a company around here that has used tires, that takeoffs and stuff like that, so I can probably get a set of used tires, or 2 sets, probably 60% tread, 70% tread, for half the price of what I can pay for a new one. So I might do that, because this machine's not going to get a heck of a lot of hours. If it gets 100 hours a year, probably be a lot, but just another good piece of equipment to have. Runs like a top. It's 165 horse. Transmission was rebuilt. They said they had the front end out of it rebuilt. We might have to address the front end. Seems to be a little noisy. So later this fall, when we slow down, we'll get a John Deere. He used to work for John Deere. He's a mechanic on his own now. Have him come over and we'll pull the front end apart, see what's going on. Get all the heat working, the lights. I switch everything over, put LED lights on it, make it nice and bright, strobe it all up. So I like the looks of these loaders, that mid-80s style. So that's one of the things. 88 John Deere. Containers for garbage are flying out. I'm doing 2 to 3 a week, which is, I hate to say it, I mean the garbage is kind of the main part of our business, but it's all I can handle right now because the excavation is just crazy busy. Crazy. We started a 2-acre clearing project probably about 3 weeks ago now, and as soon as we got on it, we got 6 inches of snow. So that made it nice. And then we got nothing but rain. So we finally made the decision that we just had to go. So we kept working and we played in the mud. And the 2-acre project that originally started as 2 acres, the landowner was so happy with the way it was looking, we turned it into a 8-acre project. So 8 acres of, the only upside to it is already stumped, but it was stumped 5-6 years ago. So you had small growth coming back in that was probably 8 and 10 foot tall, 3-4 inches in diameter. So you had to strip all that off. We piled it on 2 walls, kind of rounded it off so it looks like it'll grow vegetation again, so it won't look so bad. But that was a big project. I mean, there's spots in there where they originally when I need a dozer, I just rent one, and they were gonna send me a D5 high track, which is a good machine, but they end up sending me a John Deere 550J 2005, and not really designed to do what I had to do. It's a good grading machine. You want to, like for instance here, where those storage trailers used to be, graded all that off. Nice grading machine. It's just not heavy enough when you're doing clearing. So they asked me what I thought of it when I sent it back, and they wanted me to buy it, and I just politely said, it's just not the machine for me. I would take a D3 cat, pushes better than that 550 John Deere. Now that's just my opinion, but that's just what I found out. The D4 I had last year, that's a super nice machine. It's heavy. So yeah, so that project went good. We're up on the lake right now doing a couple more projects. We got some big projects coming up, possibly another horse arena, 60 by 120. That's gonna be a lot of groundwork involved. Some more new buildings going up, building projects. So it's probably been my busiest May we've ever had, which is good. I mean, when you're stretched out and work's flowing, that's usually a good thing, because that usually means you're running your ass off, so which is good. Finally, as you can see, the old Western Star, my sacks finally came in. Ordered on March 23rd. They were delivered 2 days ago. All because they say that's residential, which it is. But that looks like commercial to me, and it's all the same property. So arguing with them back and forth, them telling me it wasn't commercial, which 60 by 60 3-bay building and a 60 by 60 3-bay building is commercial to me. But now they're $75 charge, and they finally dropped them off. And they said they'd drop them off at my house, and lo and behold, they pulled right in the shop driveway, dropped them off there. So yeah, we got 6-inch stacks. I cut them down. I might have to cut them down a hair more. I'm actually gonna try to fit this truck inside the building today. We only have 12-foot doors. They might be close to 12 foot. I think it looks great. That's the look I was going for. That's why we narrowed the headache rack. I like that look. They are a little loud. Of course, there's no mufflers in these ones. I had resonators in my other stocks. These ones are a little loud, even for my taste, a little loud. So I ordered another set of slip-in resonators. They'll be here in a couple days. We'll take the pipes back off if I have to. I'll cut them down a couple more inches to get them through the doors here, and slide in the resonators and put everything back together. But yeah, I like that look. So this truck's been running steady too. But I know in one of my videos, or I think I touched on how we had a vapor issue and oil pressure issue, and doing a lot of talking with some local mechanics here. I just happened to be in a local garage we buy a lot of parts from, and a guy had his motor redone, and we were talking, and he says, what do you do? And I said, well, we do excavation. And he says, your truck idle a lot? I said, yeah, it does actually. And he says, when do you do for an oil change? I said, in the next month and a half. He said, check your filter. He said, when your truck's hot, put your hand on your filter, see if it's circulating. If your filter's cold, he goes, your oil's not circulating. I said, yeah, you know, I never even thought of that. So I drained the oil. I didn't even go to check the filter. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna change the oil. So I changed the oil, and I put a gallon of this Lucas stuff for oil. I put a gallon of that in it, and lo and behold, the oil pressure's better. Still not great. You're running about 40 to 45 pounds, which I don't know, maybe for a C12 cat is all right. About 20 pounds on an idle. I know it's not a huge motor, so it probably doesn't put out huge oil pressure, but yeah, so we changed oil, and the vapor is pretty much non-existent. Before, my front axle was wet, like oily, wet, nasty. I thought for sure we're gonna be putting motor in the truck, but yeah, it's as simple as this truck does idle quite a bit, and I guess I shouldn't go by miles on my truck when I idle them that much. So I'm gonna start going by the hours. So I'm gonna start changing oil probably every 500 hours. But yeah, it seemed to be the fix for now. cross our fingers and hopefully that lasts. But so far so good. Yeah, so that was a little bit of relief. But trying to think what we have going on. It's just I'm so scatterbrained lately, it's unreal. I sat down the other night and I just wrote down everything I had going on in my head, and it filled up about a page and a half, and I was like, geez, which like I said is good. The more projects the better. We only have a short summer. Luckily, I don't know if you can tell, but it's dry here. We're 20 something of May right now, 21st maybe, I don't know, but it's dry. The last 2 days have been high 80s, close to 90. So yeah, it's just extremely dry. But I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain this afternoon, which we need a little bit, just settle the dust. The old site truck's been getting a workout too. But give you a little view on the. Yesterday we had to do a stumping job, putting on a big addition up at the lake. So we took out 5-6 loads of stumping debris and a little bit of junk topsoil. Now we're hauling in item 4 to bring everything up to grade. They're in a really wet spot, so we'll bring in a bunch of item 4. So yeah, we gotta fire up the loader here in a few minutes and push all this junk off. Luckily we have a big hole we push everything into, so that makes it handy. Still got one dumpster sitting in the yard. That's the way it goes. You got a trailer you don't even use, maybe once a week. Put some odd garbage on it. But the dumpsters, like I said, they've been busy. They keep our pricing for what these dumpsters are a hair cheaper than everybody else around here. A lot of guys around here deal with 30-yard containers. They don't have these. That's that one on the trailer there is a 20. The one we just looked at was an 18. We got one out on a job. That one just actually 20 yard just came off a job. But yeah, we keep them a little bit cheaper, so it keeps them pretty busy. But what I'm running into now is everybody wants them. I usually do a 3-day rental. I try to do a quick turnaround, so sometimes you can rent them twice a week. Everybody wants them for a week now, so I've had to change my pricing a little bit to accommodate for what everybody wants for the weeks. But like I said, it's been 6-7 days a week, because trying to do the garbage, stay on top of the excavation. Luckily I got a guy that's in his 60s that's running my excavator for me. Speaking of my excavator, brings me to another problem we had on that clearing job. The link bell's been running amazing, but the guy that's been running it for me worked road construction, did nothing but run excavator for 30 some years. I mean, wicked on it, really good on it. He reached over, picked up a pile of brush with the thumb. I could have picked it up by hand, the pile of brush. Swung over, put it on the pile we're on, went to swing back, went to suck the thumb back in. Thumb didn't function, didn't pay much attention. Hit the lever again with his foot. Thumb didn't function. Weighs me over on the dozer, and the thumb, the hydraulic cylinder was allowed to overextend right from factory, and actually overextended. And when we went to suck it back in, it hit the bottom of the stick and bananaed the cylinder. So we did the rest of that clearing job without a thumb, and we've done jobs for the last 3 weeks without a thumb, because it was cheaper to order a whole new hydraulic cylinder than to replace the one that we had. So seems like COVID is on the tail end, hopefully, but it's still affecting everything that's being shipped. So we literally, actually the cylinder's sitting in the back of my truck. I'll give you a picture of that. We went till about 3 weeks before we had a cylinder, and now my machine's up at the lake on a job, and this one's plumbed a little different, so I gotta wait till we get the machine home and go make another hydraulic line up and see exactly what I need. But there's a cylinder. So literally that end attaches to the machine. The cylinder part itself, not big ass cylinders, it was like 2 1/4 or 2.5 inches around. It bananaed it. So you can see there's a lot of hydraulic pressure there, and it was just a flaw. I mean, it wasn't anybody's fault. It was just one of those things that happen. I know the guy that's running my excavator here's family, it's my wife's uncle. He was beating himself up because in 30 some years of road construction, he's never seen anything like that happen. But I guess it's more common than what we heard of. But yeah, so that big cylinder literally looked like you wrapped it across your knee and bent it right in two. So whatever. If anybody knows anything about equipment, if you're working it, stuff's gonna happen. Whether it's your own fault, or just dumb luck, crap happens. So, well, before we end this video, I know this one's getting kind of long, but I haven't done one in a while, but we'll fire up, see if I can set you up here. We'll fire up the old truck so you can see what it sounds like, hear what it sounds like. Sound too bad there, but got 15, 16 ton on it. This beller's pretty good, so we'll put some resonators in it, go from there. So, alright, so that's a little quick update what we got going on. The little Chevy 1-ton garbage truck still running good, so that guy that runs that's happy with that too. So, alright guys, that's just a little bit. I'll be better. We'll get another video this week, hopefully. Just said this whole YouTube thing's new. Trying to remember to videotape what I have going on when we're used to just running from sun up, sun down to get things done. So, yeah, I appreciate you hit the like button, get some comments going. That'd be cool. Like I said, I'm still going to try to grow this channel. So, I appreciate all the subscribers. If anybody new wants to subscribe, that'd be awesome. So, alright guys, have a good day.